How do you feel about going to the movies by yourself? I've done it before. I'm not embarrassed. I quite enjoy it. Perfectly normal. Big movie guy. If it's a movie I know will require a lot of attention as the viewer, I actually prefer to go by myself and be fully immersed. But going and watching some dumb, fun action movie is a blast with buddies. Never got why it was supposed to be weird. It's not like you're supposed to be talking about things during the movie anyway. I do it all the time. I have odd taste in movies, so I tend to go alone to a mostly empty theater. Very pleasant and comfortable. AMC a list member. I do it all the time. I love doing it. There's not much of a social aspect to watching a film in the cinema anyway. So you're not missing much. I sometimes take a long lunch and go to the nearby theater by myself. It's kind of nice watching a movie when you are the only one there sometimes. I do it a lot. Doesn't bother me. I haven't actually gone by myself before. Always had friends or siblings that wanted to watch the same film. But I would go to the cinema alone if the chance happened. Tears of joy. Used to do it as a kid. Would happily do it as an adult if I had the time. I do it all the time. No issue, but why when I can watch at home? I don't go to the movies to talk. So I'm perfectly fine with it. I've seen around 45 to 50 movies in the theater. New releases plus older movies shown at an independent theater that I love. So far this year. So it's very safe to say that I'm all good going alone. The older I've gotten, the more I enjoy going alone. Yes, what I always do. I absolutely love it. I've got no problem with people who do it, but I'd never do it myself. I should try it. It can be a fucking relief. I have gone to movies with people who want to talk through the whole movie or spend so much time fucking around looking for their keys and coat and one last phone call that we are late. Even then, when the person is on time and quiet, I worry that they are not enjoying themselves enough. So, yeah, movies alone are just fine. I had so much fun watching the first unshitty Sex and the City movie by myself without having to worry about finding a date to see it and listening to them bitch about how much they hate Kim Cattrall or SJP or Cynthia Nixon. No one hates Kristen Davis. Please clarify the following. By yourself as in on your own without family, partner or friends. Or, you are the only one in the entire screen. I get nervous. I guess this is where my social anxiety hits. I'm very quiet when I don't know someone. And whenever I'm alone, someone always ends up talking to me or sitting next to me. I've had a guy follow me to my car once before. And another run up to my window to talk to me. So it just makes me a little uneasy at the idea of going by myself to the movies. I think the only time I don't get nervous being alone is if it's an app-based thing like hair, nails, and maybe going to the mall. Yeah, I've never felt uncomfortable there oddly. Maybe it's due to all the people. I don't really feel noticed. I used to work at a movie theater in high school. I love going to the movies alone. Hot dog, drink and just me. I used to do it all the time before the pandemic hit. I loved it. I would stay all day watching movies and didn't have to drag someone along or not pick a movies to watch they didn't like or go home early. I don't do it anymore because I'm finding more thing to watch at home and I just kinda fell out of habit. I've done it, but I'd rather go with someone else. I like to go early enough to get a good seat, but it's not fun sitting there alone. At this point I'd wait until it comes out on video and watch it at home. I went to the movies by myself for the first time last week and it was honestly amazing. Got in my cozy clothes. Took a gummy. Got popcorn and candy. and enjoyed 2.5 hours of alone time. I have no problem with it. I do a lot of things by myself. I enjoy my company. Too lonely. I prefer going there with buddies. There's always something cool to do afterwards. I do it quite often, nothing to be embarrassed about. The best. I'm the type of person that is wondering if everyone is enjoying the movie. Has enough snacks. Is comfortable. By myself. I'm just watching the movie. Depends if the movie's any good. I like to do it. I have a job where I can hit theaters at odd times. More than once I've been in a theater by myself. I often get essentially private showings. I've done it a few times and thought it was fine. Anyone who thinks you shouldn't be allowed to do fun things by yourself is wrong. It could possibly be awkward if you end up sitting directly next to someone either due to assigned seating or because it was the only spot available to sit down. When I have to sit next to a stranger at the movies, it makes me more comfortable if I'm with someone that I know. So I don't have to worry that they're thinking I'm a weirdo who sat there just to get uncomfortably close to them. Fine. I've been to the cinema myself and I wasn't the only one in there by myself. I go to the movies alone more often than I go to the movies with other people. I'm 32 and female. For context,